Oh. How's it going, guys? You can chat amongst yourself if you like.
We just talk over us, actually.
Yeah, that's fine. Pretend we're not here. No, we like to do that. It makes it a little easier to sync the video recording we're doing and then the audio.
Wait, we're filming this? What's going on right now?
Didn't you get my email?
Jeez.
Anyway, well, thank you for coming, guys. This is 100% more people than we thought would come, so that's awesome.
Yeah, this is like the biggest audience we've ever had and for a place like this. So there's
Yay!
You guys have bajillion timed our audience usually, so it's really cool. So thank you.
There might be more people in here than have listened to our podcast ever. Yeah,
and we have Starburst. So if you guys want Starburst,
I hope no one's
that'll happen later on.
Not too quick. Okay. Well, welcome. We are NoTownNerds. We are nerds from Fresno, from NoTown. We're just hanging out one day, and we have our nerd rants like we normally do, talking about TVs and movies, and always joked about we should do a podcast. And one day we're just like, let's do a podcast. What does it take to actually go do a podcast? So we got together and figured it all out, and partnering. We're figuring it out, I should say. It's a work in progress.
We're still in the process of figuring it out currently. So
we've been going for about a year and a half now. So I want to say it was like October of 2013 was like the first anything that we did to try and get this started. And I think we have about 20 likes on our Facebook page. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So I think 4 right now, maybe one guy in the audience,
and then
5,
and then our parents, it starts to double. So
our grandmothers kind of like us, been really trying to work Facebook, so whatever.
They don't know what a podcast is.
But here we are. This whole thing transpired out of just like us hanging out and having a good time with these guys hanging out in garages, hanging out in park, driveways of our places, and just having a good time, Starbucks, just having a good time, talking about just nerdy stuff, in general, talking about TV shows, talking about movies, talking about just comics, anything really. It all stemmed from that, is that we were doing that, and why don't we make this podcast? I feel like we're not alone. I feel like a lot of people do this, not just us. But since we have the facilities to do that, let's make it a podcast. Hey, let's make some buddies. This could be kind of cool, and as it shows now, there's people here. That's really awesome. So it's kind of a neat, I think it's kind of cool to put that out there, because I kind of feel like I don't feel alone. That I feel like people would also be into this type of thing. So.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about hanging out in the driveway. I think we used to call it driveway beers. Sitting in our buddy Ben's
we did a lot
pickup
of driveway.
Truck. Just hanging out. It would just be, we'd all get off from work at midnight, and we would just go hang out and end up talking about, Marvel movies and things like that. And they were coming out and talking about how terrible, Iron Man 3 was, and how amazing the Avengers was.
I actually really like Iron Man 3. Iron Man 2 is the bad one.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is the cool one.
No, I'm going to fight you.
Because he sasses a little kid, which I'm totally about all the time, so I'm really all about that. So I'm totally cool about that. But Iron Man 2 seemed like a commercial for the Avengers. Just saying, that's gonna one of those things.
Whatever. The Avengers was amazing.
Oh, the Avengers is amazing, but Iron Man 2 not so much. All I'm saying, that's where we are. So.
By the way, we're the NoTownNerds.
Yeah. So this is our podcast. I mean, it's just us getting into fights about what movie was good, what movie was terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone here has that common thing, and that's why you're going to hear
it's the same conversations that you're having with your friends on those long drives, and or even the drive home from the movie of did Nicolas Cage really need to make that movie? And
the answer is yes. Nicolas Cage needed to make that movie. Yeah. He has to finance his castle and dinosaur skeletons, whatever he owns. I'm totally on board with the Nicolas Cage. So.
Yeah, I think more of it's just trying to pay the IRS, but whatever.
Well, yeah,
big
we're all just trying to pay the IRS, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, what do you guys think of FresCon? Yeah, it's good, bad, more or less. Yeah, all right.
We got some thumbs ups and one Annabelle ooh, so sounds good.
I mean, it's pretty awesome, right? Have a Fresno's comic convention. I mean, there's another event going on today, but to have something that's sanctioned by Fresno State, to have this big event going on here, I mean, it's kind of awesome, right? There hasn't really been too many things like this, and if it starts off the first year like this, it can only get better, right?
Yeah, again, I mean, it's super cool. It just makes sense, the fact that it would have a comic or a convention of nerdy stuff and at a college campus, because it seems to go together. I mean, to me it just makes perfect sense, where there's people, young people and stuff, and they have a place where they can meet and have a good time and talk about and celebrate things that they enjoy. They enjoy watching and enjoy reading, or what have you, just any whatever media that you enjoy. I think it makes perfect sense to me, and I feel weird that it's never been a thing before. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's got to make you feel good to, when you're really into something and maybe you didn't 100% want to dress up as that character, but then when you come and you're checking it out and you see there's the guy with the really awesome Arrow costume hanging out and sitting at the end of the row, that, it starts to make you think that, like, yeah, like that's awesome. Like that's like in your head, like that's what you're thinking. I wish I would have done that. Can I go home? Do I have enough props in my closet? Can I go make a costume and come back? But I mean, it's cool just to surround yourself with that fandom, right? The people that's the like minds. Everybody's into the same thing you are.
It's like a safe space for nerds and people that enjoy the culture. And I think that's really awesome that they do that. And I think that's super cool. So
this is actually my first con, so I'm pretty proud that it's in Fresno because I'm a part of NoTownNerds. So
audibly shaking my head at you right now. I don't have anything.
I don't have time.
I know. Yeah.
Well, you got WonderCon. WonderCon is coming up in a couple weeks here. Anybody going to WonderCon? Anybody planning a WonderCon in Anaheim? Anybody know what WonderCon is? Anybody know? A couple people? All right, so WonderCon.
That guy knows. That guy, yeah. You're awesome.
Get out.
All right, so Comic-Con. Everybody heard of Comic-Con? San Diego Comic-Con? Okay, so WonderCon is the small little one run by the same company that's in April. It's usually around like Easter sometime. That's the one that's like, you can't get tickets to Comic-Con in San Diego, like 20 minutes is sold out. WonderCon, you can probably still buy tickets today. It is almost just as big, maybe not as many people. It's a lot more doable if you're looking for like a big con, but are too intimidated by like San Diego.
And I feel like WonderCon's awesome because there is... So you have your Comic-Con, like your San Diego Comic-Con, which is really intense, sells out in 20 minutes, really like crazy. I mean, good for them, but I feel like WonderCon is, if you want to go see artists, like if you have like a favorite artist on a favorite book or that you read currently or whatever, you'll be able to see them and without dealing with all of the stuff people wanting to go and see celebrities and pop culture and TV shows and new stuff. So I think it's kind of neat that if you want to go see like those things, like you want to go to the vendors, people selling toys and like comics and whatever, go see that. A couple of creators are there. A lot of artists are there, so you want to get like a print from one artist that you like. More than likely not, he's going to be there, and so you get a print from them on the cheap. They're actually like very cheap to get a print of like of one of your artists or that you like, and they also like. I think they appreciate it because like if you go to say this artist. And be like, hey man, like I really love your stuff. Like that's really cool. Kind of get a print on the back. Like they're selling prints, which is a picture, the varying sizes. They'll flip it over, and then they'll be like to Nick, and then like maybe some guys have like drawn pictures, and like they'll do like a little doodle on the back that's like exclusively for your print that you bought there, and it's pretty cool. And I think it's like they're big name artists. And they're just doing this for the love of the art, which I think is amazing that they will do that. I think that's super cool. And it's a little bit smaller.
Have you bought anything? Did you buy anything?
I bought tons of stuff from them. I haven't framed it, but I bought tons of stuff from them because it's like how awesome it is. Like it's a little more one-on-one. It's a little bit more one-on-one than it is for like Comic-Con. Comic-Con is just like a ton of people, and you're just trying to get like all like one time it's like boom, 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 boom. WonderCon's cool because it's like they moved it from San Francisco. It was in San Francisco like 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago. A little smaller venue. And it was cool because, again, a smaller venue. But since it's gotten so big, like nerd and like pop culture have gotten so crazy and have connected in a big bad way, it's a lot harder to get in a smaller venue because so much more people are coming out here. You guys are here. That's awesome. And you guys are in like a little small town in like a small town. But I mean, like imagine that, but like on a bigger scale, bigger venue, but not as big as Comic-Con because Comic-Con I feel is,
it's too much.
There's a lot going. There's just a lot going on.
There's too many people. Yeah. They're at capacity. That's why they sell out. It's like they literally can't have any more people there than what they have. And there's been talks of trying to move it and things like that. But it's just.
I heard like Vegas. Like they want to go to Vegas, right?
Vegas is like I think twice
Vegas
the size.
Comic-Con. Yeah. I don't think I feel comfortable going to Vegas Comic-Con. I mean,
but it's the venue.
There's so much going on.
You get twice as many people in there. So.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a good thing. I just feel like there's like a lot going on just like at that one time.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely like jump that point from being this like what you think of like the small nerdy convention to now it's like it's mainstream. Then now it's not just the small group that you're having to fight with. You're having to fight with everybody. Everybody wants to go.
So you're saying, Matt, that Comic-Con has jumped the shark?
It's Jump the Zombie. Isn't that what it was?
It's Jump the Zombie Shark.
Jump the Zombie Shark. Yeah.
With lasers.
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Oh. Anyway, so if you're looking, Comic-Con's out of the way, totally try to go to WonderCon. You got like 2 weeks. It's awesome. Yeah. So
We're here at FresCon.
But here at FresCon, there was a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, we went and checked out the Smash Brothers tournament.
Is anyone in that? Nope.
Anybody playing Smash? No. Okay. Yeah, well, of course you're probably there trying to see if you got
I'm sure they're not here. Like they're doing some podcast, like whatever. Like we're gonna play. They're gonna play the game. Like they're not here right now.
Is there a bug in here? Is there a bug floating around?
A couple of gnats.
A spider? Hey, you know, this is probably the one place, being at a college here, it might be radioactive. I'm just saying that this, being at a college, this might be the one place you'd want a spider to bite you.
Or it might bite you and kill you. Whatever. That aside, we can figure something else out. But
come on, the superpowers, death. I think it's worth it.
Gamma rays, whatever those are, we can probably make it happen. But no. But Smash Brothers tournament's happening. That's really, really cool. Like I think competitive gaming is awesome. I myself am terrible at gaming if it's not Final Fantasy. So other than that, I'm okay with it. But I'm okay with turn-based battles. But one-on-one on the internet being filmed, like streamed live to people, not my scene. Just watching me get whomped on Marvel's Capcom is not cool. But I enjoy the idea behind it. Yeah, so super cool.
Yeah. But there was a lot of people in there watching it. There was a whole other room that was just a live stream of like people. People watching.
What are you doing here? Let's go right now. Yeah, let's go watch the games right now happening.
Yeah. So. Everybody, let's leave here and let's go over there. Yeah.
Don't say that, Matt. Shut up, Matt. Shut up.
But it's
we need these people. We need this.
It's fine. It's fine. We can bring it back. Bring it back. It's okay. So I mean that's kind of cool that that's a new thing now. That instead of just a couple people playing video games, whatever, that it's actually like activity now. People go and watch live gameplay. They go and watch this competitive play. It's kind of cool that it's come around that way. That it's maybe one day we'll have our own little Super Bowl of Smash Brothers. Maybe
Oh, we already do, man.
Yeah.
Like watching the SNK, not SNK, the Capcom, Street Fighter tournaments. They're insane. Like it's actually a good thing where this happens. I think it's really cool because again, not for me, but people that are really into it, they have color commentators that are just talking about.
And there's actual universities that have scholarships for League of Legends and things like that.
Yeah, I think the last one. I think the last Capcom quote unquote battle was in San Francisco in a theater that I've been to several times, or to see concerts actual real concerts of real bands doing their thing. So I mean, it's kind of cool. I think it's really neat that we can do that here in town. I think it's super cool that we can do this, and on a smaller scale, obviously. But I think it's pretty cool.
So Eric, what did you buy at FresCon?
I bought this awesome Buffy shirt, Buffy the Vampire Slayer shirt from Adams Comics and Collectibles. They have some really awesome shirts. Shout out to those guys for being super cool. We told them about our podcast, and they gave me some cards, and we switched back and forth. And then I got a button and a sticker from FresCon. Zapcon. We are FresCon. We are FresCon. I'm sorry. We are FresCon. Zapcon. These guys, they do it I think at least once a year, right? Towards the latter end of the year.
Last year was the first year, so they've done it once. They hope to do it twice, maybe 3 times.
I think it's
I'm pretty sure they'll be able to do it once or twice this time now. But I got a fun sticker and a button, and I'm rocking on my hat, and I'm pretty cool I feel excited about that. So it's pretty neat. And I'm gonna totally rock this Buffy shirt all the time, no matter where I go. I'm really excited about that. So, and then Nick, what did you buy?
I bought this amazing fucking wand right here.
Yeah. Is that
so fucking cool? Yeah. And it's so fucking phallic.
Hold on, Nick. Well, yes, it is. But
are there children?
I want to know. There might be, maybe a couple. Anyway, what's your Patronus?
Probably a turtle.
A turtle?
It makes me feel safe.
Mine would be a fat raccoon, a fat lazy raccoon. I'd be okay with that, and be if you get to it, you get to it. But if not, that's cool, man. Whatever, let's chill with that. So I'll be okay with that.
What is your Patronus?
My Patronus? I don't know. It might be. I think it might.
Fiddler crab.
A fiddler crab. Yeah.
Fiddler crab. That had Patronus. Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
One of those crabs that rips off their own arm and as a defensive mechanism. Yeah.
If their shell is the new chips bag, a Lay's potato chip bag that you just kind of crawl into. I just feel that's all about you, Mahagni. So
absolutely. So how much did this wand cost you here?
Only $20.
Wow.
Only $20.
Did it hold on? Did it choose you? Did the wand choose you? Did it call to you?
No, Matt or Nick chose that one.
I chose this wand.
To him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful.
It's super naughty and kind of intense.
From Art's Magic Shop, so stop by there.
Yeah, stop by our magic shop. Start by Adam's Comics and Collectibles because they have awesome T-shirts.
So when you were looking at the wands, they had this really big fat one, and I'm looking at it. I was like, I don't understand. Why is that a wand? What is going on there? And she's like, oh, that's a stake for killing vampires. And it's like I felt really.
You know what I've understood is like, so you have wands, right? Like, why don't you make your wand like really awesome, like a sword? Like my wand's gonna be a sword because if stuff gets real, I still have a sword and not just like a wand. I think that makes sense to me. Or like a broken bottle. Like my wand's a broken bottle.
Mad-Eye Moody had a staff.
What's that?
Mad-Eye Moody had a staff.
Which is cool. Like I'm totally on board with that. But I'm just saying, like if.
But he still cast magic. He didn't bludgeon anybody with it.
I'm just saying sometimes magic doesn't work, and it might not happen. You might be in some sort of zone where there's no magic involved. I'm just saying, like it might be if you want to have something to like get stuff done. Take care of business. I still want a sword or a broken bottle. That's all I'm saying. It's like
Your magic broken bottle.
Yeah, magic broken bottle.
I love the scale. The sword or a broken bottle.
Or like a stick or like nunchucks. Like magical nunchucks. Like, that'd be awesome, right?
Magical nunchucks.
Ninja stars you gotta throw, so it doesn't look that well. But I'm saying somebody still have that. I guess magical rifles would be pretty okay too. Like, now that you mentioned that, I think that'd be okay. But I'm thinking like more of like I don't know, like if if it ever happens, like I want a sword or I want like something to like.
Eric, have you ever considered writing fan fiction?
I do.
I want to see these stories,
not for the internet. I do it for myself.
It's all in uppercase.
It's just Ron and Harry all the time doing dirty things, but I'm saying like they're out there doing stuff all the time. I mean, like
I want to see more
broken bottles and swords.
Yes,
all the
exactly.
Time.
I want to see. I want to see
these moves
at the leaky kettle. I want to see or the leaky cauldron. That's what it is.
Leaky cauldron.
Yeah, like whatever. What is it? Anybody? Cauldron. I was thinking of Monk's Kettle, a real place. Yeah,
Monk's Kettle. Yeah,
maybe that's better. Yeah, Monk's Kettle. Go to a real bar.
No, they wouldn't go there. They never go. They're not old enough.
Okay, so it's Harry and Ron at a Muggle bar, and they get into a bar fight. Yeah,
where they need their magical broken bottle and or magical sword and or magical like stick or like leg off a bar stool. Magical bar stool stick I think would be totally cool too. Which shows them there was a hat at the bar that said you can
They have magical swords,
No, that's awesome. I mean if and they're right, like I mean you get it out of the hat, they pull the magical sword out, and that's really rad. But I'm saying like I wouldn't want like
the Gryffindor sword.
The Phoenix, like they got to kill the snake.
Oh,
It's
Excalibur.
The sword of Gryffindor.
Excalibur.
Or Gryffindor, or Excalibur. That's a better reference. I guess Excalibur's a better reference.
Classic story. Yeah.
That one's more awesome than Harry Potter. Sorry guys, but that's really cool. But no, but I mean, or that like Thor's hammer. Like Moldinor?
Meow meow.
Meow meow.
Yeah.
Meow meow, the sword.
do you guys mind if we interact?
No, yeah,
that's
totally.
fine,
If you want to come talk to us,
We're yelling at you, so you should yell at us.
We're just a bunch of jerks with microphones. You guys are awesome to come yell at us.
There's the door.
And like,
Yeah. I guess we
bring
should.
your magical broken bottles of swords. We'll take it. It's cool,
No,
man.
leave your broken bottles at your seat.
Yeah.
Don't bring them up.
I'm
here.
okay with
There's
it.
lots
I'm okay
of cords.
with it.
I don't want you to
So I
trip.
think we go for that one.
Yeah.
Keep it on my side.
That's a good place. Good place. Yeah.
If there's like a griffin that comes in or some other magical creature trolls, we can maybe need your hand. But other than that, I think we're gonna be okay right now. We're just doing a local live action podcast right now.
Yeah. So we should, I guess, address that for our viewers and our listeners that we are here live at FresCon, and there is maybe a couple dozen people here. I'm terrible at guessing large groups, but
guesstimating maybe like 4 or 5 of you here in the audience.
That's okay.
Right
Nobody
now.
can
That's
see
totally
it
I'm actually blind
at this point. Yeah. None of our viewers can see it at this point, so they'll just have to trust us that there are hundreds of people in this room that have come out to see us.
There are literally legions of people here.
There's lines out the door.
People here. It's like the Super Bowl of like nerddom. There's a bunch of going on.
Yes, we have some cards up here if you would like to take them with you.
We have cards.
But we are NoTownNerds.com.
Starburst.
And
that's for trivia.
You can wait till the end if you like, if you just like to enjoy the show. And so at the end you can definitely come up and we'll hand them all out to you. But we have NoTownNerds.com and we're on YouTube. And if you ever watch, anybody know what CMAC is? Public access TV. Anybody watch it here?
No.
That's about the answer I thought.
Late night on CMAC, we air after
3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m., 3:15, 3:17 until 4:15. We're there.
But it's fine.
It's on the
CMAC
put it on
is
the website.
providing the equipment for us
Right.
to shoot our podcast, and so we.
And if you were awake at that time watching Public Television, we're probably your audience. We're going to get a good couple laughs out of it, so it's
right.
cool. So, yeah.
Or something good to watch at 3 in the morning after you come back from the bar, or you
don't need to be in the right set of mind. You got to have a couple influences on you already, but I think you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but we're on iTunes and Stitcher and YouTube and all those places. So
Instagram,
definitely-
Twitter, all of that.
Everything, all the places.
Right.
Yeah. So
And what do you guys do? What's your, what do you...
our spiel is that we basically just talk about nerdy stuff in general, like new movies that come out. We talk about new movies. We talk about new TV shows that are on air currently, like The Walking Dead. How much we are on a constant roller coaster ride of The Walking Dead every time.
it's getting good now, right?
It's
Yeah,
actually getting really good, which I
Sadly.
feel bad saying all negative things I did say about them in the past.
I don't feel bad.
No, it was no.
I feel bad
it was,
about it.
They were
'Cause I'm like,
accurate
okay,
reviews.
yeah.
They were
Once,
accurate
like
reviews
Sophie
for the
was
time.
in the barn, whatever. But I
We
mean,
do.
like,
Yeah.
Daisy?
what's that?
Sorry?
I do not have a computer that is capable of playing DayZ, but that does seem like an awesome game. I would very much be interested in it. I don't know if these guys have the attention span to play DayZ. Yeah. Anybody else play
already
DayZ?
bored.
I'm more of like a Hotline Miami guy. I just go for that and like kick people's heads in. That's totally fine. Until there's a new Final Fantasy game, Hotline Miami. It's on. I think it's on Xbox and PlayStation. I believe the first one was. It's like an indie game. Like I'm really into like indie games. Like really like early like. Not the main people that make video games, but like a bunch of independent people that do video games. I really love their stuff because they're actually like they're kind of usually like a callback to like a.
Civilization?
I love Civilization.
Civilization's awesome, yeah, but I mean, like it's usually like callback to like old school gaming, which I love. Like I love turn-based fighting style RPGs or like 2D scrolling like fighters. Like I love that stuff.
1942.
So not the real time.
Not the really brand new.
You won't find them playing
like,
Halo
intense
or
stuff,
Call of
like-
Duty. Or
I mean, I'll
anything.
play them and they're fun. I get that.
It gives
but I'm
me
saying,
vertigo,
Like, the
so-
new ones
Yeah.
are just too intense.
Daisy is
So.
very interesting because when your player dies, you
Mm-hmm.
lose all your gear and you have to restart and you got nothing.
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
one where it's real time where you just walk around for days until you find? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So if you check out our so if you check out one of our episodes from December with Travis,
Yeah.
he's a professional gamer. He's a Twitch TV gamer.
Yeah.
We talk about it with him that it's a super intense game because you're just like looking for food or medicine or you're trying
For
to find
hours.
Yeah, and then you come upon a person, a real person. You think, oh, I'm safe. Oh no! Wait, this guy just stabbed me and took
Yeah.
my bag of.
I've seen
goodies.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, yeah. That
And I'm
it's
trying to
really.
get past that in real life. I'm trying to like cross that border in real life. People not stabbing me and like trying to get food, so it's cool. But it's same thing. The same problem I have with like The Sims of just
Yeah.
like
they're doing.
it's like hey, like wash like your dishes or do it in real life, and I'm like I'm
Yeah.
doing The Sims and play like Sim game. Yeah, so like I'm not gonna I'm gonna buy balloons for myself because I feel
You
pretty.
have a question?
Daisy, grown up Minecraft.
Oh, is it?
No,
Is it really?
no.
Daisy, it's like.
Wait, is she asking us?
Are you saying that's what it is? Yeah.
That's what I'm understanding.
You're gathering.
Minecraft, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Minecraft definitely is a lot more fun than DayZ, right? Like, no, I'm not saying that DayZ is not entertaining. That it's just it's intense. There's that feeling of like dread the whole time of like having to run into somebody and having to defend yourself or hoping that maybe you could team up. But that reset though, it is like a lot like Minecraft or whatever. When you're having to watch.
Dominate the conversation here, so
That's okay.
Wait, so
We can talk later.
So, can someone please explain what Minecraft is? You just build stuff?
There's many facets to it. There is a Lego basic thing where you can go
Okay.
build your Star Trek.
Do I get to kill anything in violent ways?
You can.
They have prostitutes.
But it's there's like anybody else
Grand Theft Auto.
Anybody
Can I do
play
something like that?
Can I just
Minecraft?
play Grand Theft Auto?
Anybody here? One person maybe. Okay.
Sell
so
this to me like you're
Minecraft.
selling Grand Theft Auto to me, because right now I'm not really feeling this. So.
All right. So Minecraft is imagine like Legos, right? So you have.
Wait. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so you build with like blocks and Legos, right? But
That's
then
Legos, got
at
it,
some
yeah.
point, a monster comes out and kills you. So you have to take the Legos and
Right,
build
right.
yourself like defenses,
The
right?
Legos kill me, or
But
the
then
Legos kill what I built.
No, the Legos are what you use to defend yourself from other things, from things that come and kill you. So then you have different types of bricks where you can combine.
Why would I
them.
want to play this game? This game sounds
I'm not
terribly
trying to sell it to
frustrating.
you. I was trying to help
I
explain
just
it to
asked
you.
you to sell it to me like you would sell
Isn't
Grand
it
Theft
one of
Auto.
those indie games, though, that you
It is actually an indie game that started off indie game, but then
Yeah.
it got huge, and now it's like super
Speaking
huge.
of old classic games, did you see the trailer for Pixel?
I have not yet, but I've heard about it.
Yeah, it just came out like a week or
I
something
the Adam
ago.
Sandler.
feelings about
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention them for public currently.
All right.
To
So,
keep the count.
transitioning from our video games to video game movie. Anybody else heard of Pixels at all? Anybody Pixels?
Are you guys
Okay.
excited about that?
Yeah.
No.
So the people that have seen it,
Smattering
are
of
you?
applause.
Yeah. Hold on. So the people that have seen it, are you Futurama fans too? Anybody? Do you
Smattering of
remember?
applause.
Do you remember the episode where Fry's like, "What if video games were real?" And they go and they do it, and it's literally like, was it General Pac-Man is leading the army against the space invaders, and they have to, he puts on his Rush mixtape, and they, move left, then drop down one level, then move faster, then move down one level. Like it's literally the same movie. Somebody was like probably high one night watching
Probably Adam Sandler.
watching a Futurama
Writing
remake,
notes.
and was like, this would be a fun movie. We should totally do this.
It does look
I've
good.
got $100 million in the bank. Let's just go
Why
make
not?
the movie. No
Let's
big
make a
deal.
terrible movie.
Adam Sandler's got that kind of cash, right?
I don't even really need to try. I'm just going to put this idea out there, and people are going to watch it and eat it up. So
Yeah.
let's just go for that one. So
Well, they're the moneymakers for Sony, so.
yeah, it happens.
Soon to be
good.
Spider-Man.
If I had that like sort of like clout, I would totally be all about like making dumb movies. So
Peter Dinklage is going to be in it, and he's
With
got
the
a
mullet.
crazy mullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because there's nice mullets and then crazy mullets. There's no in between.
Yes. Yeah.
there's like business front and the party in the back, and
Yeah.
there's too much party in the back. And too much party in the back is that's
Yeah.
on the Dinklage level.
That mullet is partying too hard. It's too hard. Yeah.
That is, you give zero to the children's audience. Fucks. All right. So then there's one of those deals. So,
Yeah.
so Matt,
I think
what do you think about FresCon so far?
I think we already covered that. It's pretty awesome, right?
Okay. Moving
yeah.
on. We do watch Flash. I think actually The Flash is the best TV show.
That was actually one of our outline
airing
points.
right now on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, I watch it like religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you all caught up?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, The Flash is like it's like I watch.
Okay with spoilers in this?
Anybody here? Do you care about spoilers or anything?
About what?
The Flash?
Just in general.
Oh, I've seen them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're up to date. You're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Awesome.
Emperor Palpatine is the Emperor. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to ruin that for you. Darth Vader's his father.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Dumbledore
But,
killed.
yeah.
Dumbledore dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read the cartoons.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm watching the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
think
then
The Flash is the best TV show on right now. I
And then-
haven't seen real TV shows yet.
You're not selling
like
it.
the
You're
news.
not really
Like, what are you
convincing me.
talking about? No, like I actually do think that The Flash is
Like-
one of the best like TV, like nerdy TV shows on right now. Arrow is also good, but I feel that Arrow.
He knows what's up. Arrow
almost
knows-
like
Yeah, this guy
okay.
knows.
Yeah.
Here it comes. All right.
Okay,
so
just
like,
get
there's a
into
lot of TV like nerdy things based on. But The Flash, like they just go for it. Like they just go for it all the time. Like and like to me, like it looks like a Marvel like movie, almost like a TV show. Like to them, they don't have a concept of being like this might be too nerdy or this is too weird. Like he's gonna fight like a gorilla, like a talking gorilla. Like how awesome is that? Like
smart
yeah.
talking
And then like you
gorilla.
watch like The Arrow, which is also a good show, but it's also like it's almost like too much like. This dark, brooding character where like I have to go do a lot of back stories,
You have
histories.
failed this city.
Right. And actually, I have some feelings about the new way the new series of Arrow is going, which I think would be kind of awesome. But at the same time, also I think it's pretty. The way they are currently, the Arrow is also really good. I mean, other TV shows like Agent Carter was really awesome the whole time, as opposed to like Agents of Shield, which
has gotten good too.
And they've gotten better, but the first season and a half was kind of like
Yeah.
was done like it was kind of like Carter was amazing. Like I actually really love Carter. Like the whole season, that
Yeah.
whole little or 8 episodes of where it was really great.
But it was good though. It was good. I mean, and that's maybe what made it good is they knew this is what we have to work with, so they could make the story work. Not
Who's
like
the head of Marvel? It's Kevin Feige? Feige?
Yeah.
Feige?
Yeah.
I think it's because he has his hand in Agent Carter, and that's why that show was so well. And now that he is working with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that show is also taking off as well.
Who was that?
Kevin Feige?
He was
Feige?
producer?
I think he's like the president of Marvel.
Oh, okay.
President or something
And
like
he
that.
was,
I think he's the president.
Like,
of
I
the
read that he
showrunner.
was actually in the editing room, like helping edit, so. Yes, just speak up.
What do you guys think about them?
I've only seen a couple of episodes. I thought it wasn't silly enough. I know
umbrage.
DC shouldn't be silly.
I have an umbrage with Gotham where it's like, so
Umbrage.
you take these,
Umbrage,
like,
yeah.
we're gonna have like a Batman show, but Batman's a kid, and it's like my same thing that I had an episode like Star Wars episode like 1, 2, 3, where it's like we're gonna do a Star Wars story.
Scariest
But
villain
Darth
in the
Vader's a
galaxy.
kid, and it's
As a little
like-
kid.
All right, awesome, and yeah, Boba Fett's a kid, and it's like that's okay, I get it. I feel like really weird, led to believe that like when Batman finally gets to when Bruce Wayne actually finally gets to be like an adult and Batman, like when he's like in his late 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, 30s, all of his villains are going to be like in their 60s and 70s. So like, why am I taking this into account that like Batman beats a bunch of geriatrics? Like, I feel really bad about that now, where it's like Batman's cool, but like he's beating up old people. Like, that's not that cool, man. Like, anybody could do that. Like, I don't know. And he wears a mask now, so I don't know. But I'm sure the show. Yeah, spoiler. Like, he does this stuff.
Should have brought a bell. When I was about spoiler.
Spoiler, yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure Gotham's cool, and I really love what the CW is doing with
It is the
Warner
modern day
Brothers
comic
and
book
the show. Yeah.
CW.
It's really awesome, and I actually do feel like, for one, the CW is really nailing DC Comics TV shows. Like iZombie just premiered last week. That's actually really good.
It is pretty good.
I like it a lot.
I like it.
Yeah, I actually like it a lot. I mean, the comic was written by one of my, not written by, but he did the art for he did the art for the story. It's one of my favorite artists, Mike Allred. And he's like, he does like the couple of like scenes when they transition to scenes, like when they start scenes, he like draws it kind of, and they kind of cut to real life, like they did in the reboot of The Warriors. It's like one of those weird like things, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. I just really feel like actually it's like a weird transition from like DC TV shows are doing really well, and I think they nail it. Like they do fantastically, and then Marvel TV shows aren't doing that great in comparison to Marvel movies, which are phenomenal and they do fantastically, which is good on them. Like they do fantastic, as opposed to like DC movies, which do well also. But I really do feel that like Marvel movie has nailed movies. They've nailed like all that stuff going already, and I feel like DC movies have a way to catch up to them. But I feel like since they're already doing better on TV shows than they do for Marvel TV shows, I'm gonna wait until see how Daredevil and all those shows go on Netflix for Marvel.
Yeah.
All those ones, I'm gonna wait and see. But as is currently, I feel like DC comics or TV shows are a lot better than the Marvel TV shows. We'll say that.
So what do you think makes a good TV show then? Because for me, like Walking Dead is like a hit and miss. Every single time it's like going downhill, downhill, and then they have like 3
Escalade,
episodes that are
and they go
amazing,
really bad, and
and
they
then
go really
bad.
terrible.
For me, The
Yeah.
Flash has been, I know it's completely different, but
Yeah.
it has been
But
consistently
the Flash
amazing.
is like, it seems like really like, pardon the pun, it seems really fresh, like really new, really fast. It seems
Yeah.
like really like every episode they're going for it. The Arrow seems more like they do a lot of backstory, like a lot of.
It's all backstory with
It's
that,
a lot
that
of,
wig.
like,
I
how
can't
much-
get over that wig.
Yeah.
Every time Steve McQueen is like in the past, he has this awful wig that like goes down here.
Yeah, they rely a lot on like a lot of like, and it's like, oh, you didn't know that character? Well, flashback to like when I was in Japan, I knew this character, and it's like a lot of people it's like weird catch up, and that to me seems kind of weird that they would keep doing that show. But the Flash, meanwhile, has every episode season new, every episode is great, and also the Flash has characters that like I kind of love, like even like not just like Barry Allen, but just like all of his side characters, like
Cisco.
yeah, exactly, like and everyone like his like dad, I guess, or stepdad, whatever, and like all the other characters. Yeah, exactly. Like no, like the last episode, spoiler alert, when they like kind of kill a character, like I was like yelling at my TV,
His
like,
face-
why would you
yeah,
do
his face
this?
was
And
so
just
perfect.
like actually just got like super like emotional,
Yeah.
intense on TV show, and like I've never been that intense on a TV show unless it was Lost.
And then his face
That's
is
lost
like,
me. But then I'm saying,
You
like,
want
it
me
was
to
like
Lost
weird,
last year,
like,
yeah.
it was just like this weird, like, and like me, like, like, I was actually, like, literally, like, distraught because they killed, quote unquote, a character. And I think it's kind of neat. But I mean, that's what it boils down to a good TV show is that you create these characters that you care about.
yeah.
That you actually like, care about, and they're not even like they don't have superpowers. They're not like fantastical human beings or whatever. They don't have mutant powers. They're not whatever. They're just regular characters that I can like easily, obviously, all of us can relate to. That are just characters. And then this thing goes bad for them, like it goes bad in a big battle.
Although I think Cisco is like deliberately made for that inner fan that's actually watching the show. He is like
right,
every
and
single
when she
person.
is, and at the same time, where Arrow they have Felicity Smoke, which is essentially like I know she's a real character in the comics, I get that, but I'm saying like, but they make her relate to the fact that like she's like, all I do is hang out with like heroes, so like I need to get fit, and she actually got really fit in like the last season, which is weird, but whatever. But it's kind of like, but it's one of those weird things where it's like, I mean, they create characters that you want to relate to, that you do easily relate to. I think it's kind of cool, and that's really like one of the things of the show where like, if I don't like, I mean, like if Arrow gets shot, like I don't care, whatever, no matter. But I mean, like, but if like one of the other characters dies, or like one of the other characters from the Flash TV show like gets hurt or dies or whatever, like I actually do feel legitimately bad. I'm like, God damn, like this is really awesome, and I think that's a good thing.
Unlike The Walking Dead.
Unlike The Walking Dead, where just a lot of people walking, a lot of talking,
and a lot of dead,
and not a whole lot of things going on in between. Yeah. There's a lot of them being like, "Well, I feel bad because zombies and man," and I don't know. Like,
there's too many like subplots, like too many like where they break everybody off and they try to follow these stories, and that's why it's going so slow because they have to like move everybody forward a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, and it's just,
I don't know.
It's dragging on too much. But now things are getting
it's getting good. It's getting better now. But I just feel like they're gonna do like a spin-off show from Walking Dead.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do? We already have one TV show. It's gonna be like another TV show of like them like walking around going to churches and being like, you know, this kind of sucks. Hey, there's zombies. Next episode. And it's just like a lot of like they might kill a couple zombies and do some stuff, and it's like, you know, I feel really bad about doing this. Zombies. Next episode. Like that means just like
someone dies in the next episode.
Yeah, and so one series could be them talking about how terrible everything is, and the other one is they're just chopping heads off of zombies.
I kind of want the next episode to be like kind of happy-go-lucky. I feel like they should go that way. Like I think really
it's missing heart. I know it's really intangible, but it's missing heart. Like, for me, like my favorite TV shows all have heart.
But there are a couple episodes in that series that I actually like really do love, and if they've died, like Daryl, of course, he's like a fan favorite, also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And like Glenn, you know what I mean? Like if one of those guys, like got killed off or whatever, like I'd be really upset.
They're not gonna kill Glenn. They can't.
I know they're not, but I mean it's still been like 5 seasons. Whatever.
He's my representation on screen.
Pacific Islander. No, but there's like these like seasons that go on. But I mean, again, I actually kind of want like the new season to be like kind of fun and new. Like I want the new season to be, or I'm sorry, the new series to be. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna spin it. I think it actually might be kind of fun to be like, hey. It's like the funny part of like the zombie apocalypse or whatever.
Right.
Like Zombieland, the one with that one. I think it'd be kind of fun to do that, where there's like
you want a Shaun of the Dead TV series.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, about a bunch of like happy-go-lucky people going to bars, getting drunk, and but hey, there's zombies, like whatever. Next show, and it's like I don't know. I think kind of neat, and it's just like The Walking Dead in itself, which is too.
Grimdark.
Exactly, it's too grimdark and like stuck in their own.
Well, I like The Walking Dead. I like that show.
I like it overall.
But I don't like it so much that I want to see what they could have done if they made it a little different and make a spinoff. Like I don't feel that there's really the need for that, right?
No.
I mean, it'd be like if they said they're going to make a Walking Dead movie like concurrently with the TV series. Like I don't know that I would have done that. But we have a question here.
So I heard you kind of mention that. One show has heart and the other one has more relatable characters. What do you think explains this explosion in the popularity of these shows and these movies on TV and in cinema?
I really think that people like us have grown up and have the jobs now. And they are in charge of all the studios, all the writing, all the acting, and all of the producing. And that's going to be like all the next generation. They're going to love all this stuff too. And to me, that's like if you grow up in the 80s, nerds are like the people that everyone made fun of. And those people are now grown up. So we're people like us, we're in charge.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't too long ago that even in
you guys are in
elementary
charge.
school,
But
we're not in charge, literally, but
people like-minded like you are.
But you say 20 years ago. I mean, I being a kid and being into comics and things like that. Like I've got a Wizard magazine here from 1995, and when I was into this, I couldn't really tell a lot of people about it because I got picked on. It was not cool to have. And now when I show this to you guys here, whatever. But when I show this to you, to you, it's like somebody in here is going to be like, "Oh, cool! Like it's from 20 years ago, whatever." They're like, "That's awesome." but there was a time that just wasn't a thing. That it had to be closeted.
Like popular media nowadays, it pretty much dictates what's cool. Like, so we have Marvel movies every summer that are making bajillions of dollars, and they're based on comics. And then we have TV shows like The Big Bang Theory that make like being a nerd cool. It's like finally like now it's like kind of cool to be nerdy again. I mean, they make a lot of jokes and whatever, but at the same time too, it's making it okay to be like nerdy and just enjoy what you enjoy. Like, just do one of these things, and like no one's gonna hassle you about it. Just go do it. And I think that's pretty neat.
I've heard a couple things here. I've heard like economics explains it, which it does. Right now, we're in charge. Right. So that's helpful. You're right.
Very helpful.
I couldn't show my wizard magazine growing up. And also that to a certain extent, it's made more okay now, right? Like,
right.
It's very
now
it's like in public culture, it's cool now to be kind of nerdy.
What do you think about the theory that comics and the superheroes that we see on the screen are kind of presenting this stable force in an unstable world? So comics, even though we're starting to see more nuanced characters on the screen, right? But more or less, you know who's good, you know who's bad.
Right, and that actually totally makes a lot of sense.
You don't know who's good,
right.
who's bad.
And then, there might be something to that. The fact that, like, that the Avengers are always going to win. The X-Men are always going to win. Currently, nowadays, you don't know who's going to win. Like, they're like, honestly, like, there might be, like, something going crazy, something going wrong. I think they try to play that up a lot in, like, the early 90s, or late 90s to early 2000s with comic movies, of them being, like, all heroes are dark and brooding and just, like, angsty and every stuff's going wrong, and just, like, every decision they make, like, it weighs on their shoulders super hardcore. I mean, there's a place for that. I get that. I understand that. Same time, too, I just love, like, the Avengers, like, blowing up robots, and I think it's kind of cool that there's like actually like escapism essentially of what it is.
I
just
think,
like one of those situations. So
in the first Avengers movie, like I can't remember his line verbatim, but Captain America says we really need, or maybe it's the Captain America. We really need something old-fashioned right now, and just something simple. Was it Agent Coulson who said that?
Yeah.
Get up here.
You're the new host of the show. Come on, man. You're next. Sorry, get out of here. You're the new host.
No, we
Replace.
it was too nihilistic in the 80s and 90s, and now we just really wanted something that's just still fantasy-based. That's still this weird like binary of good versus evil. It's still, at the end of the day, just fantasy. But when you have some middle ground stuff like ISIS and Al-Qaeda and all that stuff, we need an escape from that.
And I kind of feel like Marvel movies are kind of taking the lead on that, taking a point on that, where it's like, there's that debate, like Marvel and DC, of what's going on. And DC is taking the hard stance of being, our characters are super serious, and there's no room for jokes and all that stuff. But then I also feel like, that's cool, and there is a place for that. Again, obviously, it's because, you could be serious and take this, these situations seriously and whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. Same time, too, you can also be like superheroes, which I feel goofy even saying, like superheroes.
Wasn't the candy supposed to be for our guest here?
Shut up, Matt. But I'm saying, like, there's a, but I mean, like, and then Marvel is taking the stance of, like, comics they can also be serious, but they're also going to be fun. Yeah. And they're actually being, like, heroes. They're being heroic and, like, enjoy that. Revel in it. You know what I mean? Like, for once, you know who the good guys are. You know who the bad guys are. They're, like, evil space robots. And then, like, or Hydra, which also gets a little more, like, intense, too. But I'm saying, like, I just think for once, like, just enjoy, like, a good, like, summer popcorn flick of, like, people, like, guys, like, blowing up cars and blowing up buildings and having a good time, like, blowing up robots and stuff like that.
Yeah, we talk about, like, escapism. Like, that's kind of what this was when I was a kid of, not being able to control anything in my life and seeing that, like, these people with these powers and abilities and things like that it just, you really kind of latch onto it as this, like, fantasy world you're living in. And it plucks on that nostalgia a little bit, to go see these big budget movies that were always, like, that's closer to, like, in my head what I saw it, and it's I don't know, I think it really brings back to that kid mentality when it gets to
myself from applauding right now.
It's okay, you can applaud.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's God's question. What's going on?
What do you guys think of the direction that DC's going with their animated movies? Do you think they're a lot better than the comics, or better translated than their live action movies?
I actually really liked the animation movies before. They try and make it like one collective universe.
Yeah.
I don't really like the whole like one collective universe. I love the fact that they would do like the offshoots, or it was like one episode, like one movie was like
a super long TV show, basically, right?
Well, not just that, but I mean, it was like the episode would be like a long like a standalone series, like a standalone graphic novel would be translated into like the issues. I thought that was really cool that they would do that. But now they're trying to connect everything because, like, I mean, I love Marvel, but they kind of ruined for everyone else now. That they're trying to, like, make, like, one cohesive, like, universe where, like, all the characters meet, everything has, like, they're all connected, whatever, blah, blah. But I really love the fact that, that DC would do, like, standalone stories. And, like, they didn't matter, like, really, like, what was going on in the rest of the universe. It was just, like, they had, like, one story to tell. Like, you know, they had the Flashpoint saga.
Yeah.
The Flashpoint was, like, one story they could tell. They made a movie, a cartoon, whatever, and it's cool. And that was it. But the Flashpoint story doesn't need to involve the next, like, Justice League movie, and they all don't need to be connected. They can be, yes, but I don't want to feel like I'm being shoehorned into all those things. So, like, it all needs to be connected. I think it was kind of cool they did their own little things. I actually really do love, like they have, like, the DC, like, Saturday morning cartoons. Like, I guess, like, Cartoon Network, and they have, like, those things. They do, like, little short blips of, like, it's like 2-minute, like, little cartoons that they would air during commercials, and it'd be like, you know, the Metal Man or like a Wonder Woman story. I think it's really awesome when you can do that and just, like, create these little stories, and you don't necessarily need to feel the need to put them all into, like, one big, like, story. I kind of feel like the stories are good enough to leave them by themselves. So if you have a story about, like, again, like, the Flashpoint or, like, whatever else, like Son of Batman or, like, you know, these other stories, you can just have them be, like, standalone movies. You don't need to connect them all together or try to make them all connect together and be one thing. I think it's cooler if you just have, like, these stories, like, standalone instead of trying to create this universe of where they all kind of, I mean, yes, obviously they all connect together because Batman's going to be in this story and Batman's going to be in this story. But, I mean, like, I think it's cool if you don't need to, like, shoehorn all of them in. If you can just tell standalone awesome stories, that's all I really want. I don't want, like, a cohesiveness of stuff. I just want, like, one awesome story and then one awesome story and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I feel. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but
yes,
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Sorry.
No.
But, all right, Matt.
Well, weird show.
no.
I swear to God, if you Farscape, I'm doing.
They were supposed to be in a spaceship and they were going to Alpha Centauri or something like that.
Battlestar Galactica or?
Huh?
Battlestar Galactica?
Red Dwarf?
Red Dwarf's awesome too.
Awesome.
Yeah, Firefly or, like, I don't know.
Is it recent or?
Yeah, recent. They were supposed to be going to they were supposed to have been launched in 1960 or something like that, and it was kind of like all the women and all the people in the ship were still in the 60s, and they were going to supposed to be going to another planet, but they were actually still on Earth. And they never went anywhere.
All I think is Blast from the Past, starring Brendan Fraser. Or there's an episode of Metal Hurlock Chronicles about that.
They were.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think of things to help you out. Maybe an episode of Twilight Zone that I can think of, but
We'll
that's
try and
really
think of it later. We're running low on time, so we want to try and give you guys a chance to win some candy. You guys want some candy? Yeah? Somebody? Maybe?
Smattering of applause.
All right.
I want some candy.
Well,
hey, I can do
so
this now.
in this 95 issue of Wizard magazine, there is it's your comic book IQ test. And I've looked at these guys have not, so I'm going to try and pose a question to you guys, our audience, and if you can't get it, maybe I'll ask one of these guys. These are kind of hard. Are you ready? I'll start off with more of a fun one. What rolls downstairs, alone or in pairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog? Anybody know in the back here? Log. Yes, log. There you go.
Who did
All
that?
right.
Who said that?
Got some
Save a candy for
Yeah, we've got some Starburst here if you'd like to come.
Don't throw it.
What?
I'm not going to throw it. That'd be really bad. I'd probably peg this chick in the face.
Do you have a preferred flavor?
I'm not sports
All right. I guess we should call it T-shirt colors or something.
Yeah.
That was the kind of thing. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Aquaman recently lost his left hand thanks to... Recently as of 1995. So he lost his left hand. Is that, anybody know it? I can reach you some answers. So,
Aquaman lost his left hand?
Yeah, was it to a school of...
Wait. Do you have the answer?
You can finish the...
Just give them your answer.
Aquaman from the 90s.
Yes. Oh yeah. So from 1995, so Aquaman recently lost his left hand. Do you know how he lost it?
How he lost
Oh, is that the question?
Yeah, how he lost it.
You mean recent?
No, hockey not this.
A villain put his hand in a pond of, I forgot the name of the fish, but they bit off his left hand.
That is correct.
That's actually
It's
close
a
enough. Yeah,
school
good
of
job.
nasty little piranhas. Yeah. Either candy.
This magazine is older than you. How do you know that?
Again.
Here, why don't you give him
Sports Star.
give him
Make sure that we got that
give him
one.
another one. Give him
All right,
another one.
You get 2.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot going on.
Here, I got one more for you, or maybe not.
Start the next question.
Okay.
Again, not Sports Star, so it's cool. So
Yeah.
about it,
We're
guys.
nerds. We don't know how to throw.
We don't throw with sports. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Which daughter of a supervillain has the hots for Robin? Anyway, so
That dude knows
Yeah.
what's answer.
Who is it?
never mind.
Daughter of the supervillain that has the hots for Robin.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Which Robin?
There we
One
go.
from 1995. No, it's which daughter of a supervillain has the hots for Robin? So it's multiple choice. I can read the answers here. So, all right. So Poison Eve, B Talia, C Catgirl, or D Spoiler. That seems like
Yes.
D is correct. There you go.
Yeah, well.
You
I
should
think
just
he has the copy of this wizard.
There you go.
Oh, that didn't work at all. There we are.
You should just take a seat in the front row.
Yeah, make it a lot easier for us. Or me at least.
Okay.
Here you go.
That's awesome.
Let's see here. What are we going to do next here?
I thought it was Poison Eve. Okay.
You want Scandi? I'll give Scandi.
Yeah.
I'll Scandi? All right.
You want to be a part of NoTownNerds?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
The show? Go for it.
So who killed the mutant Destiny?
Yep.
So who killed the mutant Destiny? Anybody know? No? Mutant. Anybody raise your hand? You got it?
Oh,
No?
I think I just heard it on the X.
So, yeah, Daniel Haller, Wolverine, Sabretooth, or Silly, you can't kill a member of the Endless.
Wolverine.
Is that right? I looked at it, now I can't remember.
Is it right?
That is incorrect.
Is it Sabretooth?
Do you want a candy anyway?
Yeah, what was the number?
Sabretooth did it?
It's Daniel Haller.
Who even knows, man?
I don't know. Who
Come
knows who
on.
that is? That was a terrible one. Okay.
BS questions. Come on, dude.
All right, how about this? This character has not gotten any younger throughout his or her life.
Every superhero.
Ileana
Beetle
Rasputin,
Bailey. Beetle
Ileana
Bailey's the
Rasputin,
answer.
No, that's
Jonah
okay.
Hex, the Atom, or Storm.
Who is the characters again?
So, okay, so this character has not gotten any younger throughout his or her life. Is it Ileana Rasputin, Jonah Hex, the Atom, or Storm? And the green shirt. Jonah Hex is correct.
Who's
There you go.
Jonah Hex?
Jonah
He's
Hex.
a terrible
Okay. So during Tony Stark's alcoholic days, who took over as Iron Man? Was it James Rhodes, Steve Rogers?
He has the answer again.
Oh, you got
wait.
James Rhodes. There you go. All right.
This guy's
Come
awesome.
on down. Yeah.
You're the new host of the show, guy.
Yeah. There.
Give it to him, yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I'll
please,
give it to him.
thank you.
That's cool, yeah, don't worry about it. Well, yeah.
okay. So here we go. So in X-Men, which flirtatious mutant tried to be the first to welcome Jean Grey into the fold by giving her a little smooch? This is only to be telekinetically thrown across the room. All right. So was it Scott? I'm gonna bag her in a few years. Summers. Hank, you know what they say about guys with big feet. McCoy. Bobby, you wanna see a neat trick with this flavor ice. Drake. Or Warren, I can buy any woman I want. Worthington III. Oh, number.
Anyone?
Two. Number two.
Number two?
was two?
What was the answer? What was the...
One of the big feet.
Yes, it was Hank McCoy, yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, Beast.
That's what it says.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has bad candy over there, so
Yeah.
we'll fill that up.
Okay, and here we'll do one more. So, what was Han Solo's job prior to being a smuggler?
You got one?
What was the question?
What was Han
This guy
Solo's
knows.
job
No, it's
prior
cool,
to
man.
being
You're
a
cool.
smuggler?
Here's the thing. Go for it. That's fine.
You can answer. You're a nerd. Come on.
Yeah.
No, come on.
It's a hate-free
You already
zone.
spoke up.
Go for it, man. You
damn it,
already
just
got
done.
excited
Come
about
on.
that. So.
I want to hear the question first.
Oh.
You're in safe company. Come on.
What was Han Solo's job before
being
he
a smuggler? Smuggler.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
So
Is it?
What were the kids say?
I'll give it to you. It says here an Imperial Navy officer. So I'll give it to you though. Come on. Come on down.
By the way, that's no longer.
Yeah, it's no longer canon anymore because they got rid of this.
Hey, in 1995 there were going to be no more movies. This was correct.
He brings up a good point about this, so it's okay. But
All right.
all right, we're done.
What did he say?
He's a naval officer.
Yeah, Imperial Navy officer.
Naval.
He was a bad guy.
He was a morally gray.
Where did that come from?
He's always been
All
a
right.
really good character.
Yeah. So, all right, last one. So, which hero and partner are incorrectly matched? So, Archer and Armstrong, Ambush Bug and Cheeks the Toy Wonder, Captain America and Bucky, or Madman and Madwoman.
The first one.
The first one.
Is that right?
Arrow
I think it's the last
Armstrong?
Mad woman.
Number 9.
one. That guy's right.
That's correct. You said Madman and Madwoman are matched incorrectly.
Oh, he's right.
right.
That one, yeah.
So,
All right.
anyway, yeah. So Wizard Magazine, if you guys don't know, this has the gentleman with the earpiece over here. Yeah.
Oh, this guy got it.
So Wizard Magazine was it was awesome source for comic book information, nerdy stuff, tons of great articles and pictures, but it had okay, huge list of it was just fun to go look up and see what your comic books and comic cards were worth.
Yeah, they had like
That
a
was-
pricing list in the back of things.
Yeah, so just cool stuff, but it was just like just in there. Would you like a here? Yeah. I think we're out of time, right?
Yeah.
That's good enough. We can wrap up now. All right. Do you guys have any questions for us or anything before we go? Any? No? Good? Got them all out of the way? All right.
I did not like his message.
He's super
Or he said
cool,
F
but,
Marvel.
I don't like his what he said recently.
Yeah, I like him a lot, but him.
And I like them
messing with
actually taking like a
Marvel.
crazy intense turn of being like the most picked on character in comics of Aquaman and
Yeah.
turn him into like this crazy intense
coolest
looking
looking
dude.
guy
Yeah.
ever, yeah.
This crazy intense guy. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So
How do you think
Yeah.
Gal Gadot would do as a Wonder Woman? Because I hear a lot about him.
I don't know. I'm just kind of go for it.
I don't know.
She looks fit enough. She's got the part. Looking at her frame, she's not quite Amazonian, is what I would imagine, right? I mean,
Yeah.
just like
Which
taller,
Matt says about
I
all
don't
his
know.
girlfriends in a weird sort of way, but yeah.
Everybody's got their thing. But I mean, I don't know. We'll wait and see. Hey, how about this? Stick around, not stick around, but tune in for our next episode, and we'll talk about it some more. We'll talk about Aquaman 2. Cool. All right. Well,
Aquaman also or Aquaman 2?
Aquaman also.
The Electric Boogaloo
yes.
of Aquaman 2.
Yes.
Thing.
Aquaman 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Well, thank
yeah.
you guys.
Thank you
for coming
so
out.
much.
Thank you guys.
We love that fact that you guys
Yeah.
are here. This is awesome. This is really
all right.
the best show we've ever shot because there's
you.
people here seeing us
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
That's
We
amazing.
are the No-Town
This is
Nerds.
Super cool.
Yeah, so you can find us
We
at
are the No-Town Nerds.
NoTownNerds.com, or you can look up NoTown Nerds on Stitcher and iTunes and YouTube and all that fun stuff. And
Instagram,
check us out. Yeah,
Twitter.
just about every 2 weeks we try to
We
put
got
something
business
up.
cards.
So
Yeah, thank
anyway,
you guys.
yeah, we've got
Thank you
cards up
very
here.
much.
Come and grab them. Thank you guys.